So I don't know if you remember the demise of the Young Turks. They used to have 5 million subscribers. I worked there for 10 years, and they were on the cutting edge for a little while of independent news for a little while. And then it all went to shit when they had to, when the rubber met the road, which was forced to vote. So they've been saying we need to get politicians and progressives in government, and that they will do blah, blah. So then when we did that, forced to vote, Ana Kasparian, this was the end of TYT. They went against their own audience. 90% of their own paying members were for forced to vote. They were against it because I was doing it, right? And they were protecting AOC and the squad. They were protecting politicians instead of supporting the activists, right? So they did the opposite of what they were supposed to. And if you look at their video views and subscriptions, it went straight down after forced to vote. So they crossed their own people. They crossed me too, but they crossed the activist base. And so they've been done ever since. No one watches their show anymore, and they're scrambling, right? And so what she says.
Go ahead.
So let me read it. Want me to read it?
Yeah,
it says, it's one thing to debate the strategies lawmakers like AOC should take. My issue with Dore is that I don't believe he says anything in good faith. It's incredible to witness his rage-filled demands of some lawmakers while he refused to hold Tulsi accountable for a damn thing.
Okay, I don't understand why. What did Tulsi promise to force the vote?
No, Tulsi was not in Congress for this, so that's
what
weird.
Would you hold her accountable for?
But she's not in Congress. I don't know what she means. But anyway, that was the end of the Young Turks when they did that. Right. And there she is saying that it's incredible to witness my rage-filled demands on some lawmakers. Why do I bring this up, ladies and gentlemen? Because there's a fun piece of video. So let's watch this. This is fun.
We don't even have paid family leave.
So she's upset about this abortion memo that leaked from the Supreme Court saying that the abortion rights might be taken away.
We don't even have affordable childcare in this freaking country. Okay, and the people who fight against those kinds of laws are Republicans.
And yet,
what do you want them to do with their kids when they have to go to work? What do you want them to do? What do you want them to do? I want them to answer that freaking question. Answer the question. Journalists, ask them the question. Ask them. Ask them.
Isn't it amazing?
Ask them the goddamn question. God.
Isn't it amazing that not one Democrat has shown 1% of the passion that Ana has today?
They don't care.
They don't
fine.
care.
They're
they don't
fine.
care.
They're all so old. They don't even have to worry about it affecting them. And if they're young enough where it would affect them, they'll get their abortion.
They're going to fly to
They're
Paris.
trading individual stocks, enriching themselves. They're good. They're good. They don't care about you.
But I'm going to tell you to vote for them every election. And anybody who says anything else, I'm going to say they're an alt-right winger and they're grifters. You better vote Democrat for these people who I'm telling you right now at the top of my lungs don't care about you and are horrible people. Hang on.
Make sure you understand that and you feel it in your bones. They don't care about you at all.
So, apparently I was right. Apparently Jimmy Dore was right again. And it bothers them so much they lose their... This is how it comes out. It comes out like that. Because they protected those same politicians. They've been protecting the Democratic Party. They've been telling you not to vote third party or not even to try to organize one. They've been shaming anybody. And so now there they are screaming. That sounds like a rage-filled rant as far as I'm concerned.
Well, she's screaming. He's sitting there like, yes, dear.
Yeah.
It was like, can we just take a break to loosen Anna's bun a little bit? I think her bun's twisted too tight. Just give it a little bit of a...
I think the bun might be too tight.
A little lefty-loosey on the bun.
Righty-tighty,
lefty-loosey. Do you want to see that again? Because I do.
We don't even have paid family leave. We don't even have affordable childcare in this freaking country. Okay, and the people who fight against those kinds of laws are Republicans.
And yet,
what do you want them to do with their kids when they have to go to work? What do you want them to do? What do you want them to do? I want them to answer that freaking question. Answer the question. Journalists, ask them the question.
Isn't it amazing?
Goddamn, ask them the goddamn question. God.
Isn't it
Can you
amazing?
pause it really quick?
that not-
I think it's funny when she says journalists ask the question. As if she's not
What
a
are you?
journalist.
I know.
Just being honest.
It's like
That was
she's
a good
admitting.
save.
Right. Why don't you ask the Democrats why they won't codify abortion rights into law, which has been sitting in a Senate committee with 48 senators that are co-sponsoring it. They could codify abortion rights into law right now. They won't do it. You're Democrats that you tell everybody to vote for. But so she's finally upset at the Democrats. She's finally
Well, I
upset
guess
at them.
It paid off holding Tulsi to account and not the Democrats.
Yeah, too bad
She made
Tulsi.
the right bet.
Yeah, too bad Tulsi's not still in Congress, so you could yell at and pretend that she was the one doing this.
Was it hold her account for like Russia or something?
I
Is
don't
that
know
what
what
that
hold
was
her
about?
account. I don't know hold her account for what. I have no idea what they want to hold her account for.
I wonder if she went to Madeleine Albright's funeral.
Anna went to
Yeah, I
Madeleine
wonder if
Albright's
she
funeral. I
did.
bet she did. It was an honor to meet her. So there you go. Let's watch a little more.
One Democrat has shown 1% of the passion that Anna has today.
They don't care. They're
That's
fine.
fair.
They're
They don't
fine.
care.
They're all so old. They don't have to worry about it affecting them. And if they're young enough where it would affect them, they'll get their abortion.
They're gonna
Okay?
fly to
They're
Paris.
trading individual stocks,
gonna
enriching
fly to
themselves. They're
Paris.
good. They're good. They don't care about you. Make sure you understand that and you feel it in your bones. They don't care about you at
Hey,
all.
I did understand that.
So why don't they just do a video saying, yeah, okay, Jimmy Dore was right about everything. Remember this? Remember they were like, you got to be nice to them. They were like,
I
you got to
mean-
be nicer to them. You can't be like Jimmy Dore and mean to the politicians. Remember that?
I bet. Part of Chank's face was him remembering that.
Yeah.
Part of that face. He's like, "Oh, this is gonna get played on Jimmy Dore's show." I mean, that's part of it.
There's an end to it, I think.
All of that fundraising, all of that canvassing, all of that hard work on the ground, they can't even.
She didn't do any of that, by the way. She didn't do any canvassing. She didn't do any hard work on the ground. Anna doesn't do any hard work ever anywhere.
Other than listing.
Other than listing. Yeah. And she won't cover stories that are outside her front door. She won't cover a story. She
She won't even look at the tapes of the story she covers.
She won't even do that. All right, there we go.
Get a voting rights bill passed. They're losers.
Trisha Briggs writes in,
That's
thank you, Anna,
violence.
for communicating this momentous injustice and the rage we're all feeling today.
Vote blue. You got it, but he's going to tell you to vote for those same people.
Please tell me who to vote for.
I'll bet you $1 million. Well, I don't even have to bet you. They do. They're doing it currently. So here's another. She goes. Dems will means test the F out of you. Coward to Republicans. Make all sorts of promises they never intend to keep, and then blame TYT when they lose. They lose because they're losers.
Did they call her? Who blamed TYT when the Democrats lost?
Nobody blamed.
They said vote Democrat, right?
Yeah, they're telling everyone to vote Democrat, which is why all the Democrats go on their show, which is why they get access to Bernie Sanders and Nina Turner and AOC. They sell a T-shirt with AOC's face on it.
Yeah, it's good she got this outburst out of her system before they have to, go back to being tools.
Being tools of the Democratic Party, because that's what they are. Okay, that was fun. That was fun. I kind of want to play it again, but
I kind of do too. Is
I'll
that
play it one more
weird?
time. I'll play it one more time. Here we go.
We don't even have paid family leave. We don't even have affordable childcare in this freaking country. Okay, and the people who fight against those kinds of laws are Republicans.
And yet,
What do you want them to do with their kids when they have to go to work? What do you want them to do? What do you want them to do? I want them to answer that freaking question. Answer the question. Journalists, ask them the question. Ask them. Ask them.
isn't it amazing?
Ask them the goddamn question.
I didn't notice that.
God.
Isn't it amazing that not one
What
Democrat
did she throw?
has shown 1% of the
stapler?
passion that Anna has
She
today?
threw a
They
stapler.
don't care.
They
They're
don't care.
fine. They're
They don't
fine.
care.
They're all so old. They don't even have to worry about it affecting them.
I like
and if
that
they're
part.
young enough where it would affect them,
And don't
they'll
even
get
understand
their
that part.
abortion.
They're gonna
See where he
They're
echoes her
creating
like they're an old
individual
couple.
stocks,
They don't
enriching
care. They don't
themselves.
care.
What?
He like echoes her like they're an old couple.
Yeah.
Like she's going on like they don't care. They don't care.
They don't.
She's very upset. She's got a lot of heart.
Good. They're good. They don't care about you. Make sure you understand that and you feel it in your bones. They don't care about you at all. All of that fundraising, all of that canvassing, all of that hard work on the ground, they can't even get a voting rights bill passed. They're losers.
Trisha Briggs writes.
Wow, that seems like a rage-filled rant at journalists and politicians. It's incredible.
Imagine when it dawns on her that they can, they just don't want to.
Yeah.
They're yelling.
Yeah. Well, here she said it's incredible to witness rage-filled demands. His rage-filled demands.
What?
I guess I was just ahead of the curve as usual. And now the Young Turks, after all their audiences left them, is now admitting that the Democratic Party doesn't care about you and are losers and aren't going to do anything to fight for you. They're finally admitting it. Isn't that nice? I
like how it went from we to they so quickly.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
Like they. Like,
Yes.
oh, you're not. Did you not get that money? That check didn't come from you? Okay.
So there you go. Thank you. Again, it's another treat watching the Young Turks spiral out of, go down in flames. So I found one more video of Ana Kasparian. This is great. Watch, she's going to be done with the entire Democratic Party.
If we're going to sit around and wait for our elected lawmakers,
It's too loud.
if we're going to sit around and wait for our elected lawmakers to protect us from these religious zealots and these right-wing authoritarians, man, we have another thing coming. How many times do we need to be disappointed by them? I'm done with them. And personally, I don't speak for everyone in this network. I want to be clear. I'm speaking for myself. I'm done with them completely. The Democratic Party, every single one of them, that includes the squad, I don't care anymore. They have not delivered. They have not delivered. I'm done. It's
welcome
time
to
to
the party.
organize, create
Boy, she's only about 5 years too late. Isn't that amazing? What happened? What happened? I thought Jimmy Dore was the problem. I thought Jimmy Dore yelling was the problem. And that you got to be nice to politicians. They shouldn't have to listen to my rage-filled demands.
I don't blame her if she was willing to try the world's lamest blackmail attempt to help them. She really put it out there, you know?
After they lost all their viewers, now they're gonna say they don't like the Democrats anymore. You think Ana Kasparian is not going to vote for the Democrat for president against Trump? Don't be a chump. You think Ana Kasparian is not going to vote for the Democrat? She's going to vote for a Green Party person? No. Ana Kasparian is a Democrat to her bone. But it's fun to see her say this. This is fun because what she's doing is validating me and force the vote. That's what this is. Let's watch it.
If we're going to sit around and wait for our elected lawmakers to protect us from these religious zealots and these right-wing authoritarians, man, we have another thing coming. How many times do we need to be disappointed by them? I'm done with them. And personally, I don't speak for everyone in this network. I want to be clear. I'm speaking for myself. I'm done with them completely. The Democratic Party, every single one of them, that includes the squad, I don't care anymore. They have not delivered. They have not delivered. I'm done. It's time to organize, create organizations that get women and get people in this country what they need. People who are willing to pick up the slack for these disgusting, feckless, corrupt politicians. That's what we need to focus on.
Wow. Welcome to the club, Ana. I'm sorry. Those rage-filled rants. It's amazing. She's done. Even with AOC, you guys sell a T-shirt of AOC, right? You guys, you do that, right? So you're done with her? You're done with AOC? Are you done with Nina Turner? She's your coworker, right?
Do you want to take a bet on the over-under of... Because I mean, you're probably right. She will say vote Democrat. But how long before she says...
Until the next election.
Vote Democrat.
When the next election rolls around, she's going to tell you to vote for the Democrats. There's no doubt about it. They're not going to lose their access to the Democrats, to Bernie Sanders, to Nina Turner, to the squad, to AOC. They're not going to do that.
I love that lady from Now. Like, people don't think it could happen. Like, because you told them, you told them they did what you said, and you told them it wouldn't happen.
That was fun. We're doing live stand-up shows in Cleveland, Columbus, Pittsburgh, Des Moines, Omaha, Kansas City, Las Vegas, all over the country. Go to jimmydorcomedy.com for a link for tickets. And single tickets now available at all venues. So if you tried to buy one before and you couldn't, single tickets are now available. Plus, while you're at jimmydorcomedy.com, why don't you become a premium member? Sign up to our mailing list so when they cancel us, we can still stay in touch.